folks, I know it's been a while since I've seen y'all. Obviously it's cold, too cold for my blood. Florida cold, 50s and rainy and real windy. But I wanted to put together something real quick. I'm getting ready to upgrade my stereo system. And those of you that have been following my YouTube channel for a while, you know that I'm pretty immature when it comes to stereo shit. So I'm upgrading some things. The the guy's name's Justin out at Waves and Wheels in Missouri. Originally installed Focal speakers in my boat, and those are pretty nice speakers. They're top end stuff. They sound great. For the last couple years, he's been trying to design his own line of speakers, and it's finally come to fruition. He calls them Blue Wave, B-L-U-A-V-E, Blue Wave Marine Audio. And they are, in his words, phenomenal and blow away just about everything else on the market, and is a major competitor to JL Audio, the Marine Tough. So I went ahead and ordered some. They should be here soon. They're running $400 a pair. I ordered 7 pairs from him. They should be here in a while. But in addition to that, I added some other toys, just a couple. So I'm gonna kind of lay it out here. This will be a couple part video. And so here's what I'm gonna show you. Let me turn this thing around. Okay, I'll get to this in a second. So I'm adding another 10-inch sub in the boat. This is called an MSR, the box, sold by Waves and Wheels. You can see their little emblem there. Now this is pricey, guys, I'll tell you right now, but I'm gonna tell you it's worth the money. This is like $239 just for the box. It's high grade plastic, real solid, vented. Comes with aluminum pegs on here. You just kind of tighten them and then you screw them in the bottom of your boat or wherever you want to put them. These are good for cars too, but they're made for marine stuff. Now, the sub that I got, it's a Digital Designs, is what it's called. Not a lot of retailers around. There's only like a handful in the state of Florida. I had to travel quite a ways to get it. But 10-inch sub sounds awesome. This will be my second enclosure and sub in the boat. Now with that being said, I'm currently running an 8-channel 800 watt JL Marine Audio amp in there. So with the addition of this, I had to upgrade another one. So this is a brand new JL Audio 600 watt 6-channel. So I'm gonna add this in with the 8-channel that I've got, wire that in. This was like $4.99, I think. So what I'll do is run both subs off of this one, and then I'll have another, open up a channel on my 8-channel to add some speakers. Some of them are bridged in there, and I can separate some of them and give them their own dedicated channel. So I'll be able to spread some things out. So this is coming in soon. Wiring. Let's talk quick about wiring. Some of these amps can run hot if you don't have the proper wiring. You'll notice, let me grab some other wire here. This is normally what people put in. This is a 4-gauge wire. Power, and I got a roll of black down here on the floor for the ground. But because I'm going to be running 2, I went with a 0-gauge. Now you can see the difference in those two. So I'll be running 0-gauge black and red for positive and ground, and then it came with an inline fuse, pretty big one. You can see to hold a 0-gauge wire. So this is what's coming. And the speakers, like I said, they'll be here Tuesday, I believe. Today is Sunday. So this is going into the boat along with 7 sets of brand new speakers. They're called Blue Ave, B-L-U-A-V-E. And I'll put a video out again, cutting the holes, stuff like that, because I got to make the holes a little bit wider than what I've got now. Now, back to this one. I bought this radio because my neighbor and I and our families are heading over to Bimini, Bahamas in July. So we're slowly piecing together all the stuff that we're going to need for that. So this is going to be coming in soon. They're getting installed soon. That's pretty much all I got at this point. So, all right. So that's what I've got so far. You'll see, I got quite a bit of things to get together, and I'm going to get all that stuff installed this week, hopefully. That's the beauty of being retired, man. I can just kind of do it a little bit every day. I'm going to run the wires myself. You know, I don't like to pay for anything if I don't have to. There is a guy here in right near Tarpon Springs, Florida, that will come to the house and do your marine stuff and all that. But I'm going to run the wires myself. I'm going to widen the speaker holes myself, put the actual speakers in, mount the amp and shit underneath the cockpit. And then I'm just going to have him come in and make the final connections, run the RCAs between the 2 amps and the radio, the boat radio, and then he'll actually come in and tune the whole stereo system. A couple $100. You know, I'd rather have it done. The guy's pretty good at what he does. He's famous out there on the islands where we go to for his stereo system, and it's his own business he does. So, but I'll post a video, another one, in addition to this one when I start doing everything, the widening of the holes, the install, and then I'll post another one out there. So, again, July time frame, we're going to Bimini, Bahamas. We're taking off to Miami for the night, and then we're towing our boats down there, and we're heading out in July. Now, those of you that do or don't belong to jetboaters.net, you should belong to that, and I can put a link out here on the page. It's a pretty good community. They've decided to go the same week that we're going, with July. So if any of my subscribers actually belong to that and are going to Bimini, we'll see you out there. Or you'll hear me out there. One of the two, but we're going to be there. We're not staying at the Sands where everybody else is. We actually got a house a little bit south of there. Huge house. We rented that for the week. So we'll be in and around everybody, but we're not going to be staying at the Sands with everybody else. So until then, I'll throw this video out there, and then I'll post another one here in the next week or two when I get everything and start making some progress. And if you got any questions about the stuff that I showed you, the amp, the speaker, the box, or Waves and Wheels in general, or Waves and Wheels' new line of speakers called Blue Ave, drop me a line. I can give you contact information out there to him, and you know, maybe he can send you some products. But you know, I'm not going to boost him up yet because I haven't heard him. There's a whole lot of trust in this money that I just spent. So yeah, he's a good dude. You know, I trust him when he says they're pretty good speakers. So we will see. So until then, everybody, I'm gonna start doing the wiring here for this new amp and stuff like that. So I just want to kind of throw a couple little short videos in here as I'm doing it. You can see I moved my batteries slightly, whoops, dropped the phone, over this way and back a little bit because I've got another sub that's going to be sitting in this empty space right here. So here's my power cables, 0 gauge, got them running through there, going into the engine compartment. As you can see, I'll go in here. There's a little gap right up in there in between that panel. That's where I kind of squeezed everything in. So I got the red, the black, and then I've got this little little speaker here, the speaker wire. That's going to be for the actual sub. And just kind of got everything laying out right here, the engine compartment. But I'm going to run it down where all my other stuff is. And I got another hole up there. Now, I made that hole myself the last time. And it looks like I'm probably going to have to drill another one, which is not a big deal. It's a 1-inch little hole bit. So I'll just kind of make one shortly under there. We just got to kind of watch on this side. Make sure there's nothing over here, like you don't hit the computer or anything like that. So just got to find the spacing. That's my other sub tucked back in there in that corner. I'm going to end up pulling that out a little bit further out into the storage area. And then speaker wires just kind of go up top there and they run up there towards the cockpit. And so that's all I'm going to do today. And I'll keep throwing some videos out there. So I'll be back with you shortly. All right, everybody. So here's one of the last steps. I just installed the 600 watt 6-channel amp, the one on the bottom there. I installed this one upside down, obviously, so that way you can get a clear view. If you get in the little cockpit area, you don't have to bend way down to see underneath of it, so you can see what's plugged where. So I got the power cables, and then that one is the sub speaker wire. I'm gonna have somebody come in and make all the connections. I got my RCA's over here. I just still need to get plugged up. Got some RCA's back at the house. But that's going to be the setup. The 800 watt 8-channel up top, 600 watt 6-channel down below. So I think I'm about done. The new speakers will be here this afternoon. And I'll kind of do an unboxing piece of this video when I get there. So I'll post this here in a little while. It's Rob. Okay, today's day one. Got the new speakers yesterday. Kind of went through the box. Everything looks pretty cool. I started cutting some in this morning, and I'll give you a quick little tour here in a second. I had to make the holes. I think the full cals were 6.5. These new Blue Wave speakers are 7s. So I just made a quick rough template, trace it, and just kind of grinding out the circumference there a little bit so I can fit these in there. But give me a second and I'll turn my phone around and then I'll show you what I'm doing. There's the first speaker. As you can see, there's the box, Blue Wave Marine Audio. Got the other one there. So far, 2 back ones. Just did the one underneath the passenger seat. Now I'm getting ready to get up here and cut in that the one up here underneath my feet, underneath the steering wheel here. So I tell you, they're not much bigger than the ones that were in there, and I'll show you what I'm using. I tried to do a Dremel and I busted the bit, so this is gonna be rude and crude. Boy, I tell you, I went and bought one of these bits. It's called a cylinder rotary rasp is what it's called. It's like steel. It's got teeth all over it. And I just put it in my drill, because really all I gotta do is round it out. There's really not a whole lot of cutting. It's messy, it's vulgar, but it gets the job done. And it was a lot cheaper than all those friggin' Dremel bits. So that's what I'm using. And so I'll keep putting some stuff together, because I still got 3 more speakers inside. Then I've got the 8 holes up top in my up here in my wakeboard towers, and I'll get to those. Honestly, I'll probably get those tomorrow. It's starting to get warm out here, so but I'll post it. Okay, where I left off on the last piece of that video, I was getting ready to install the speakers. I've got them all installed. Everything is good to go. I installed the amp, the 6-channel. I've listened to the speakers, and it seems that the tower speakers, and I think I've shown everybody, I've got 8 speakers hanging in my tower, and these new Blue Wave speakers I've got require about 100 some watts for peak performance. And the way it was wired up before, they're just not getting enough power. So basically what's kind of turned is my need for a couple more channels. So I took the 6-channel back out, and I'm heading over to the dealership tomorrow morning to return it, and then to quick order a new 8-channel 800-watt amp. So that'll bring me up to 2 8-channel amps in the boat. So I got to return this one, go get it, and hopefully get that amp in a couple of days, because today's Sunday, and the stereo guy's coming on Thursday morning to kind of do all the final connections for my boat and my neighbor's boat. He's doing some similar upgrades with his too, so I'm kind of at a stale point right now, and I'll pick this. I just want to close the loop on this video so I can hurry up and publish it, and then later on this week, when everything's finally said and done, I'll do like a follow-up video, and I'll do a walk through the boat, show you the speakers, so the amp, the whole setup, and once everything's done. So I just wanted to get this one out there for you guys. So if anybody has any questions about all this stuff, the speakers and the amps and all that other stuff, feel free to drop me a line. I'll answer you as quick as I can. So until then, have a good one, everybody.